Vanglorious Vanguard.
Knowledge born.
Yeah.
United Front. What you want, what you want, what you want.
To the Knowledge Radio.
We in here. What you got? Dot.
Work hard as a slave to one day be your savior. The wave unwavering. This is a labor of love. Rise with a purpose every day. Invigorated. If we were on TV, we'd be 10 times syndicated. If we waited for validation, a paycheck or accolades, we'd be starved, already lost or ran away. But when your square solid and your circle too, you don't need a place for silence. The concept is conquered through media, not areas of people activity. A mix that don't lose ethnicity, tightness that don't lose elasticity. Explicitly, this isn't where we give the novice regard. Nah, this is where knowledge is born. Last time that I checked, I'm undefeated. Deliver edicts, can't resist when the gods build and manifest freedom. When lines get crossed, they may push a loss, cause they get handed a check. We kick a can and cancel your cancerous gestures. A prophet vision, precision, the prescription for the sickness is to inoculate your fate with the winning. Arrogant beginnings turn to humble endings. And US with KBA is a win-win. 1K, 1K.
We live. Peace and black power. Feeling welcome to another episode of Knowledge Radio. Place where knowledge is born. This is your host, Knowledge Born a Lot, and we got blessed.
Luckey.
I need y'all to know what's going on right here. Okay, I need y'all to understand what's happening right now. Okay, they said R&B is dead. It ain't going on no more. Ain't nobody singing about love no more. We got our grand generation looking at our music like, what do y'all got going on? What's up with y'all children? You know, there's no love in the air no more. Ain't no real soul going on. But I got one who's defying the odds. You see what I'm saying? This man is literally and metaphorically the COVID baby maker right here. I just want y'all to know that. You understand what I'm saying? Okay? Look, it ain't theory alone. You understand what I'm saying? The brother got it going on, and he's ushering us back into the love elements that birthed this genre that we know as hip-hop. You know, that alchemical type of vibe that is bringing us back home. You know, that Sunday morning vibe, that, you know, Friday night vibe, that quiet storm vibe, and that, you know, must be nice vibe. What's the brother day to sing the song? Must be nice, Life Jennings. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? So we got it all together. So it's righteously ratchet, but it's good. You understand? So let me welcome to the microphone, man. California's own man, the myth, the legend, the new king of R&B. I'm saying that out now, so y'all better write that shit down. Okay, the new king of R&B, J. Luck in the building. What's going on with you, brother? How you feeling?
I'm born, man. I feel blessed, man, to be here, man. I appreciate all the hype, man. That make me feel real good, man. I'll take it. Blessed.
I'm telling you. When I heard those songs, man, I had to look back. You know how you click on something and you still working? I had to look like, wait a minute, man, what's going on here, man? What happened? Ain't nobody tell me. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't nobody tell me. So I'm like, man, I hear the soul. You know, I hear the realness. I hear the pain. Like when it says rhythm and blues,
yeah,
you know, blues had its own genre, you know, that preceded rhythm and blues. So you would hear the stories and how the music helped them navigate through tumultuous times. So whatever their relationship was and what it was to, you heard it in the song. You see what I'm saying? B.B. King had that song, Lucille. You could have swore he was talking about that woman, but he's talking about that guitar, but he's talking about that woman. And that woman became Lucille, the guitar. You see what I'm saying? So when you hear that, you're like, man, okay. You understand what I'm saying? So it took me through, you know, the genres. It took me through the jazz. It took me through the blues. It took me through neo soul. It took me through poetry. It took me through hip hop. It took me through all of the annals.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I was just talking to brother yesterday, 90s. R&B, hip hop, R&B birthed a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? The people that's walking around, the children they running around from, nights
Right.
R&B.
Mhm.
So it's a breath of fresh air to know that in this season, you know, everybody has their own sound and it's according to their own identity. But it's good to hear a familiar sound from a time before that's
Okay.
relevant now. So
Man,
I just wanted to say thank you for we got started. You understand what I'm saying?
uh,
Thank you for we got started.
that's awesome, man. That I feels real good because what you just broke down is my influence. Everything that you broke down is the influence that created the J Luck that you have before you today. So I love blues, I love jazz, I love rock, I love all that music, hip hop, island music, and I try to convey that and the story in the song. So yeah, definitely.
Shout out to BTP Media Group, man. Shout out to Jeff, man.
Big shout out to Jeff, man. Jeff
Stand
Quant,
the
man.
interview whisperer, the interview whisperer right there. You be like, hey man, I got somebody for you. And I look
Yeah,
up, you be like, it's J Luck.
yeah,
I'm like, oh shit. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, that's the interview whisperer right there.
I got
He got you.
a special shout out, yeah, because he been actually doing a lot for me, man, and I really want to tell him thank you because I wouldn't even know who you are if he didn't put me on. So I'm grateful to Jeff and BTP Media Group. Very.
So what's your story aside from your bio, man? Like who is J Luck, man? How was J Luck born? How did the world come to know J Luck?
Well, that's a long story. We're gonna shorten it up for you, but um, I started doing music in high school, like wanting to do it myself. Like I was kind of shy. I was really shy growing up. So like it took a lot for me to get to the choir and start singing and stuff like that. But once I did, I felt that I could do it. And I still had some nervous issues with stage fright growing through high school, but I managed to start writing. And that's when I started working in a group. I had a singing group called YMS. I started writing, and I started working with a bunch of rappers. And back in the day, where I was where I was growing up, there weren't a lot of producers that were producing R&B. Everybody was trying to be a rapper. You know what I mean? So it kind of forced me to develop my own style with like a R&B rap jazzy type of fusion. You know what I mean? So I started to develop that style. I started to get in the studio and record more, and I started to take the recording seriously because it wasn't just about a performance. It was about getting the greatest recording. You know what I mean? So after a while, I felt like I mastered myself at recording as becoming a recording artist, and I started doing shows. We can start doing a bunch of open mics, and mingles out in Oakland, a bunch of places, San Jose, and it was lit for a time, and then I went through something. I got in a car accident. I got hit by a Peterbilt truck. Uh, and it damaged my car and tore my knee and my back. So I was out of commission for a time. And so I started to go back to you know, to God, and getting my mind right, because I was going through a whole lot. I was doing a whole lot during that season and I ended up in that car accident. So it was like a sign to sit down and reevaluate everything that I hold dearly and change some things. So I started to go to work and more and started to go to counseling. And me and my wife was going through some things. This is where the song Love Back even came from. Me and my wife were going through some things, because I had did some stupid stuff, out here in the world, thinking, I was dope, that ego a lot to you, you know what I mean? And ended up hurting her real bad, you know what I mean? And so I had to do something, I had to change. So I started making different music, you know what I mean? I started writing different stuff. The stuff I was writing before this was like you say, baby making music. Nah, we was talking about doing, some other stuff. I was, I was into a whole bunch of other stuff anyway. But thank God for the change. And I started getting back into, writing about my feelings, writing about what's real and what's, important to me, and that's where I'm at today. Like when my bio said he's singing a new song, doing something different. That's exactly where I'm at right now. So I definitely want to, J Luck is here to help people heal. You know what I mean? Because that's what I had to do. I had to heal. I had to get past a lot of the things that were keeping me from being myself, keeping me from being the best me. So, yeah, that's where I'm at with it today.
So you got a quote on your website, and I want to paraphrase it because I don't got it directly. It says to the effect, "Give me the beat, and I write what it says."
Yeah.
Let's get into that. That was profound. I read it. I was like, "Oh, okay, okay." So he a writer, like like the brother say who do the comedy. Ha Davis is like, "Oh, so he out here writing."
Right. No, that that, and the funny thing is, like I said, I started writing when like I was doing poetry first, and then I got in a group and I started writing music. So I started to really I love soul music, because it helps to really write a story. Like there's stories, and the beat is actually, if you listen to the beat, it's actually speaking. The heartbeat is there, the blood, everything is running. It's just like our soul. It's just like our being. You know what I mean? So I said, give me the beat, and I'll speak what it says. It's just like the beat is already speaking. It's already talking something. And every beat that I get, I can write it. I can say put it like this. I can write a song to probably any beat and for any person. You know what I mean? Especially if you let me sit with them and talk to them. You know what I mean? For a minute and get to know them. I could write a song for any person, to any beat, like at any genre. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. You know what I mean? So that's what that song basically that phrase means. Is that I can write any song to anything.
Well, it was deep. I had an interview with Bill Duke. He said he doesn't like the term acting. He prefers the term
Right.
becoming. So when you're dealing
Ooh.
as an actor or an actress, he said you're not acting. You're becoming. Whatever that role is, you prepare yourself and you become that character. You see what I'm saying? And kind of like that differentiation. He said, for those who act, they act. But for those who become, you never forget them in that role. You see what
That's
I'm
right.
saying? So
Yeah.
you speaking and doing justice for the creator in the creation, the one who made the beat and the
Mm-hmm.
beat itself. You see what I'm saying? There's a
Mm-hmm.
language, there's an emotion, there's a pain, there's all of it. You understand what I'm saying? And
That's
then you take all of that together
right. Mm-hmm.
and you begin to scribe.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you might be on some like, yo, I wrote that. You
No,
understand what I'm saying? Because
for real.
channeling all of that in, and when
Yeah.
it comes out, and then when you speak it, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when you speak it, like when it comes out of your mouth, you're like, man,
Yeah.
you know, Mary
That's
J.
right.
Blige, my favorite album from her was My Life.
Yeah.
When you hear My Life, you hear Mary J. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
not that she didn't do ill. What's the 411 and the subsequent projects after that? She was. They said she said she was contemplating suicide,
Yeah. She was going through a
making
lot.
that album. You see what I'm saying? Like you hear it.
Yeah.
You
Definitely.
hear it. So like anybody who was in that state of depression or anybody who was just at a in a low, you
Mm-hmm.
could hear it. You could hear it and then you could come out of it. You see what I'm saying? So
Yep.
that kind of soul, it's like boom. And
Yeah.
then versus you hear when everything is all right and everything is fine, like it don't feel the same way. You see what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
That.
You don't
Oh,
feel the same way. You hear Whitney on this song, and then you hear Whitney on this song.
yeah.
You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? Like
Right.
like all that stuff kind of go together. So what if you could share with us a little bit, like in your zone, like where you go in your zone, because it's like you just take us by the hand and snatch us through a whole bunch of stuff and then drop us back off. Like, all right, like my shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, where do you go?
Okay, so let's get started with like the Love Back joint, right? So I got the beat from the producer, and he named the beat Sad Piano. And then he also named it Sorry, right? Like it's like Sorry, Sad Piano, right? So when I first started to listen to it, that's what the first feelings that invoked inside of me was sadness. It was a bunch of sadness. I was like, and I was happy in my relationship at the moment, you know what I mean? But I had remembered a time that I was sad, and I was like, okay, so I can recall these emotions. Let me write about these emotions to this track. And that's basically how most songs, come together. Is what is this beat making me feel like, when I listen to it, you know what I mean? And or if the producer names it something that, it's like obvious, like sadness or sorrow, that's exactly what he was conveying. So I just, get on that and go within myself and find either a time or a story or a person's something I seen, somebody went through, or that can be relatable, you know what I mean? Especially nowadays, how when I write, I want to definitely help heal. I want to definitely tell stories that are gonna, be impressionable on people and that they can gravitate to. Like you said, Mary's album was a time that she was going through something, and especially right now, we're all going through a whole lot. It's a lot of emotions going right now. So to be able to relate to people in this time I think is real necessary. So that's what I basically do right now is try to relate to people and stay on that level, stay on the relating with people, because we all need healing. We all need help, and music is like a therapy,
Let's give them that work, man. Because I don't want them to think I'm like, yo, I'm just up here talking. Let's give them that work, man. Let's give them that visual. Let's give them that feel. Let them know what's going on. You understand? When you add the visual component to those that are visual learners that take it in visually, let's give them that work, man. Give them that sample real quick.
Yes, sir.
Rock boys in the building tonight.
Oh yeah.
Tower on the beat.
Bring your love back to me. Yeah, bring your love back to me. Yeah, yeah. Bring your love back to me. Sorry I left you crying. Ooh, baby, I'm begging for you to bring your love back to me. Yes, I remember the way you love me. Hate that I hurt you the way I did. Ooh, baby, I'm sorry. Now I'm half crazy because I miss ya. You were so I left you crying. Ooh, baby, I'm begging for you to bring your love back to me. Bring your love back to me.
Bring your love back. Hey! Who are you talking to?
My girl.
Your girl.
Yeah.
Man, check this out. Ain't no simping around P. Stop playing with P.
But P, I love her.
You love her?
Yeah.
Okay, check this out. Well, P love them. I got 50 chickens and 50 steaks. Stop playing with P. Don't gang you talking about you love her. I love them. Stop simping around P.
But P, what's going on right here? P, what you bring out here?
Okay, check this out. You ain't finna be acting off funny styles on the phone with her. You know I'm the leaf blower told her. I got 50 of them, and you got one of her. Make your love back to. Make if you don't stop playing with P with all that sipping, keep sweat. On game.
But P, I love her, man.
Okay, check this out. Sleepy Brown, I'm gonna let you know something. I got this leaf blower to match that vest. You ain't gonna be sipping around, P. I'm your protection.
Yo.
I'm
P stand for protection?
Exactly. P stand for protection and problem. Okay. I protect your heart, all that. Right. So you ain't gonna be make your love back to. It's stop playing with P.
Get here.
Members only.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah.
All right.
That's fun, man. It's a message. It's contemplative. You understand what I'm saying? And then at the end, you got that little boom. You wasn't expecting that little bap. Okay, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. The climax.
I know. Right. That joint had to be crazy, man. Give us a little backstory of the visual joint. You see.
Yeah. A little backstory, yeah. You know, brothers can relate, especially if, you know, you was trying to play the field as a young man, you know, out there trying to play the field, get caught up, you know, in your phones and these phones and stuff. And, you know, end up losing somebody that's great to you, you know. And I did for a time, you know. That's where this whole came from. So, yeah. Somebody gonna get, somebody, I had played this song for somebody and they said, dude, I've never heard, and he was a younger dude. And that's why when you say R&B's back, like nobody's talking about love, it's real. As I played it for a younger cat, he had lost his girlfriend and everything. And he was like, he told me after the fact, but he was like, I've never heard a guy sing about wanting love back or hurting somebody and caring. And I was like, dang, you know, this generation it's a totally different generation we in right now, man. So we got to bring the love back to this generation, man.
That's real. Even with so where did you find a brother at the end to do that? Like, you know, if that's one of your partners or somebody like that, man, because that was right on point, man. It sounds like somebody heard your stuff on the internet. You know how the comments be all crazy and stuff. Oh man, you know, he's da. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's my guy, man. Shout out Hannibal Thompson. He's a comedian out of San Francisco. We got another one with the Hot One song I'm pushing right now. So, but yeah, the love back, man. I reached out to him. He's a good guy, family man, well known in San Francisco and abroad. He's a good dude, man. Came out, and we did all that on the whim, man. It took me a couple times because the boy kept making me laugh, man. I couldn't even, you know. So he's a comedian. He's dope. That's right.
Shout his name out one more time. I need the fam to go check him out, man.
Yeah,
if he did that, was that improv? He did that on the spot, man. He just came with it.
It's all improv. That boy's good.
There we go.
Hannibal Thompson on IG, on Facebook. Hannibal Thompson. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that was amazing, man. That's amazing. Shout out to Hannibal Thompson, man. Like that time, and I was like, yeah, he made that up on the spot.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I'm saying? Like he made it on the spot, man. Like that was crazy. He came up with the whole leaf blowing situation and everything, man. Like
that's his thing. That's his gimmick right there. Yeah. So yeah, man. Had to have some comic relief after, you know, taking you all through those emotions, you know. Yeah.
So in your career for writing, because I know in your bio you mentioned, you know, some notable names and things like that. You see what I'm saying? When you that deciding factor, you know, in the song you say, where do we go from here? So were there moments in your career thus far where you was like, I don't know what to do next, where to go, and if you did, how did you overcome them?
Yeah, man. So like I was saying, like there was a time that during this, like this whole song is like an elaboration of everything I had went through. So there's a there was a time I was going through it, and I was like, like I'm done with music. Like I was really like done with music because I felt I was blaming music for everything, that I was going through, and not being successful. I was like, what am I supposed to do to get on and stuff like this? And I kept, going through that. So I went through it. I went through that, and I was like, where do I go? And I gave up for a time. I just, I was battling with God on how I should address certain things, because my songs before this was mostly just booty shaking, club, get drunk, sell drugs, that was my songs, you know what I mean? So I was very conflicted on how I should do music. And I was like, well, I must not be supposed to do music or something, you know what I mean? So, but, I got through it by counseling, man. Counseling, my relationship with God helped me overcome myself, because it was really myself that was in the way, you know what I mean? And that's how I overcame it. And I'm able to, continue to do what I do in the way I do it. Hmm.
All right. Okay. We're gonna get into that in a
Yeah.
second. I want to know about what it was like working directly or indirectly with some of these names, these West Coast legends you just do on the page, like, you know what I'm saying? Like nothing, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we did a little something. Okay. So what
Yeah.
was that experience like for you?
A lot of those were third party. Like, I did the hook. So some of the third party people would, reach out to me. Hey, I need a singer. Come sing this hook for me. So like E40 and a couple other people. I wasn't in the studio with them. But the Jacka, great dude. Rest in peace to Jacka. Great dude, man. We did a
Rest
couple
in
of
peace.
and you know, Killer Keith, rest in peace. We did a dope song together. Great dude, great energy. Um, I forget the name on the list, but yeah. San Quinn. Me and San Quinn did songs together. Like it was third party. Like I said, it was with a couple of my homies that reached out, asked me to get on the track for them. Um, Messy Marv also. I did a song with Messy Marv and Lee Majors and Drew Down. Drew Down is a dope guy, man. Me and him worked on a couple of songs that on his album, and the songs came out dope. Yeah, so I worked with a couple of people out here in the Bay. Big Rich too. Big Rich. I worked with him and Don Greco on a song together. Yeah.
Crazy. So what's the approach like? Is it different than an approach for your songs versus working with somebody else? Like how do you marry the vision in together?
I like well, those songs are easier to me because the people already have the content of what they want. You know what I mean? And it might be opposite of what I hear from the beat, like sometimes. So sometimes it is difficult because I might hear something totally different to the beat than what people are already have on the beat. So sometimes those are difficult, but it's not super hard because it's just feeding off the other artists. So it's just a marriage. It's how you go. You just bounce off each other. It's like any relationship. When you're doing a song, it's not too much difficult. More difficult than doing it on
So
getting these
what's your
other people.
qualification? What's your qualifications to, work with somebody or somebody to work with you? Like what's your standards? What are you looking for? Like whether it's the artist with whomever who wants to collaborate with you.
Well, they definitely have to understand metaphors. You know what I mean? I like somebody who's that knows how to place the metaphors intentionally. That's something I had to learn because my I was doing music and my boy was like, "Hey, you already doing what you're doing, but you just don't know you're doing it." You know what I mean? So, placing metaphors and wordplay and idioms You know, somebody who has great wordplay. You know what I mean? I like that, especially if they're a rapper. Um, you know, somebody just has a drive and a passion, especially, you know what I mean? Because even if you don't have the greatest cadence or flow pattern or something, but you're passionate about it and you're being honest and truthful with your music and what's you're coming from your heart, yeah, that's good enough for me.
That's love, man. I mean, we always got to have some kind of qualification. So if you like, nah, it don't matter. I work with anybody. Anybody will definitely show up. You
Nah,
understand? Anybody will definitely show up.
everything ain't good for your brand, man.
Go into that. Go into that. Is
Yeah,
that a lesson learned, or is that
that's a lesson.
just
That's a lesson. Hey, what? Hold up. Shout out Big Mike Rob from Los Angeles. I mean, from the San Jose area, but you know, he was out in LA doing his thing, man. And he got me on 100.9 The Heat FM out in LA High Desert. So I was watching him on the show, right? And he had this he had I think it was Yo-Yo, and she had an artist, and the artist had a bad reputation, you know what I mean? And you know, she was coming to Mike. She was gonna pay him everything, do what she had to do to get him to take her artist to the next level. But he was like, "That's not a good look for my brand." You know what I mean? And then I had something similar arise in my life, and because I had seen that episode, and I'm able to talk to him, and like he's a mentor to me, uh, and I seen that, I was like, you know what? This is not good for my brand. You know, it's gonna make me go down. You know, in the eyes of my audience. You know what I mean? So definitely have to watch who you know. First of all, you got to know what you are as a brand and who you are as a brand, and then you can know what you can and not can or cannot accept as a part or take along with your brand. Because man, I'm telling you, there's some certain artists that I love them. I just can't work with them because I'm trying to do something different with my brand. I want to reach people in a different way. And if you talking about shooting people and killing people, and I'm talking about healing people, it just don't work. You know what I mean?
It's real? That is crazy. Crazy real. That's the jewel of the day. Okay.
Yeah. Real.
Protect your brand at all times. Like the
Protect
boxer
your
ring, they
brand.
say protect your brand protect yourself at all times.
Right. It's real.
Oh man. That's beautiful, man.
It's
Um,
real.
I heard you speak about it throughout, and it's very evident, you know, how important is faith and family and what you do, and how do you find a way to, kind of put that all together.
Man, like you said, my bios, I grew up in the church, man. So I know God, and God knows me, and I know He knows us all. It's all we just be running from Him. You know what I mean? So God is my everything, and He's in everything I do. When I say I hear from the beat, is because I pray before I even attack the beat. I want to hear what God is putting on my heart to say to this beat. So, and family, man, it's the most important thing, because if you don't have God first over your family, then your family is going to be in a mess. And I've seen it. I've been a part of that, growing up, because God wasn't the head. So God is very important to my life, and a very deciding factor on a lot of things, everything that I do, excuse me, because without him, I would be lost right now. You know what I mean? For real. Like, that's why like I said, I had to take that break to consecrate my thoughts, because I was doing some things, and I was projecting music. One, it wasn't real to me, because it was stuff I was seeing. It was stuff that I thought people wanted to hear. You know what I mean? It was, things like that. And that's a lot of what a lot of artists do. They'll do what people think and then they end up becoming that, and they end up spiraling down because they're not even that. And you didn't try to be something because you want to rap about it so you can get the glorification, when God deserves all the glory. You know what I mean?
Let's talk about fatherhood, man. You're very experienced in the area. You understand what I'm saying? You know, I see you was following that commandment right there. Be fruitful and multiply. You understand what I'm saying? Being fruitful and multiply it out there, man. So, as a black man, let's talk fatherhood. And let's talk
I love
black
it. Yeah.
fatherhood.
It's so important for as a man to be in your father in your as a father to be in your kid's life. You know, I was blessed to be able to have two fathers because my father wasn't doing well. He was going through some things. He was, in life we all have to heal. We got our journeys. And my mom met a man that, that helped, show me some things, in life that my father wasn't able to do during the time because of his ailments. So it's very important for a man to have man in his life. It's very important. And I'm just blessed. I feel so blessed to be able to be in my children's life, because I know men that want to be in their children's life. And because of, God ain't the head of that. He wasn't the head. We got the mess. You know what I mean? So, I'm blessed that I'm able to even to have all my children around me. You know what I mean? And in my house and in my life. So yeah, fatherhood is very necessary, man. Ain't no hood like fatherhood, man.
That's right. If you had 3 jewels to impart to a young father or a young man out there looking to start a family, because in essence, that's what you do. What what would you tell them?
I would tell them to listen to your children. Um, Spend as much time with your children, and don't complain about what your children doing. Tell them, they can understand. Like, they kids understand. You just have to, spend time with them so you can know how to talk to your children. You know what I mean? Because even me with myself, there were some things that I was doing before I got my counseling and everything that was hindrance to my children. You know what I mean? Like, even complaining about them doing the dishes or a certain way, you know what I mean? Like, that stuff creates people pleasers, you know what I mean? And I don't, that's the last thing I want my son to be or our daughter to be. It's a people pleaser. So we have to watch how we talk to our children. That's like our language with them, and, the time you spend with them is very important.
So, pandemic, a year in, if not already a year, you know what I'm saying, we approaching a year, how adaptable have you had to been as, an artist, as, as a father, as a man out here,
Mhm.
throughout this time?
Well, man, I've been under the wings of the Most High, man. For real. I can honestly say that because during this pandemic, I've been blessed to have a job. I've been working the whole time. I've been actually helped other people during the pandemic. I've had more than enough to help other people. So I it's helped me, understand that, even more of how I'm in my own way in certain areas that I didn't know before. So it helped me it bettered me in so many other ways. It bettered me as a dad too. It helped me be stronger, make some strong, tough decisions, you know what I mean, that, I didn't want to make, but did. And it really helped me and my younger children get a lot closer. We were able to spend a lot more time together. It's been actually a blessing. It's been a blessing for my family.
It's love right there, man.
Yeah.
Everybody don't get that jewel and that
Nah.
opportunity and that time, it could go from one prison to another prison. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, I know.
One way or another, dealing in the community with a lot of these young children,
Yeah.
for the last year, from 50 children to 150 children, feeding them 5 days a week.
Yeah. It's hard.
You get a chance to see where they come from. You see what I'm saying? Where they come from. And this might be the only meal they get. You see what I'm saying? Out of the day, you come deal with them. You see what I'm saying? You come deal with them. You don't take none of their BS, but you're there. You're
Yeah.
somebody that they can depend on whether they see you every day or not, they know that, you know, they can depend on you. You see what I'm saying? So that's how the numbers grew. It grew from 50 children to 100 children to 150 children, you know, and somehow we make it happen. You see what I'm saying? So that's when you know you in step with your creator, because there's times where, you know, I'm looking like, who gonna feed me? You understand what I'm saying? But you still out there doing what you gotta do, because you know it's bigger than you. You see what I'm saying? So an extension of this radio is not just sitting with people; it's sitting with people and celebrating them and uplifting them in their stories and their journey. But it's a larger responsibility. So, you know, we were able to do that and continue to do that for this last year with no funding from nowhere.
That's awesome.
You see what I'm saying? Like, so awesome. Just continuing to go. So whether it was the children, whether it was the seniors, you know, whether it was the women in the shelter with their children, and now it's the homeless. You see what I'm saying? So it's like all together, all in tandem. I'm like, man, what y'all think? I'm the 18? What's up? You understand what I'm saying? Like, but you know, it's there.
That's awesome, man.
Just moving in that way, man.
Yeah.
What's next for you? I know you got an EP coming out, right? You know what I'm saying? I know you can't tell us too much about this joint, you understand? But we anticipating this EP that's coming out, man. Share with us a little something.
I'm about to put a couple of EPs out. I'm not gonna front. This year I'm gonna drop a couple of them because I got so much music saved up that I'm getting mixed and mastered right now, that, you know, I'm gonna have different projects. Like I have you know, the Hot One and the Love Back are totally different feels. You know, one is like a more party type of feel, you know what I mean? And, you know, that's needed at times. You know, we need, you know, not to just, you know, express the emotion of sadness. We need the celebrations, you know what I mean? So I got an album that's going to be geared to more like that type of feel. And then I have the Love Back, which is the To the Moon album. And that's, EP, that's going to be coming out around the summertime.
What's up with this Hot One then? Since you kept talking about it, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm gonna see where I could slide it in the conversation. Wrote a song about it, like to hear.
I love the story of this song. It's so real to my.
Marching in with bands when I pull up. Looking like $100 grand when I pull up. And all the pretty ladies wanna push up on me. Nah, nah, nah. I'ma pipe it up, I'm a hot one. Yeah, shorty caught my eye riding shotgun. I'ma shoot my shot, need her on my team. I see you see me. Baby, what it's gonna be? In this place, you're blazing. And ooh, you're so amazing. She drop it down low, then she wind it up. Tick-tock, goes the clock, ain't no timing us. She's so hot, 500 degrees. Oh, she a hot one. All this drip on me, I need a hot one to match my fly. I need a hot one, we gon' pipe it up, keep it piping hot till the end of the night. You a hot one, let's chill for a hot one. Then we gon' turn it up, this a hot one. I'm so lit, little baby, let me light your fire. I need a hot one. Ooh, I need a hot one. Hey girl, you a hot one. Your whole team's full of hot ones. Ooh, I need a hot one. Hey girl, you a hot one. My whole team's full of hot ones. Trippin', call me bossy. I ain't trip off what it's costing. Turn me on, don't turn me off. We both vibing, we both bosses. When it's time to put in work, ain't no clocking us. Tick-tock while you watch, ain't no stopping us. She's so hot, 500 degrees. Oh, she a hot one. All this drip on me, I need a hot one to match my fly. I need a hot one. We gon' pipe it up, keep it piping hot till the end of the night. You a hot one, let's chill for a hot one. Then we gon' turn it up, this a hot one. I'm so lit, little baby, let me light your fire. I need a hot one. You know LA got them hot ones, and the A got them hot DC got them hot ones. Philly got them hot ones. You know the Bay got them hot ones. Miami got them hot ones. The H got them hot ones. DC got them hot ones.
Hey, hey. I need
My
a hot
boy, man.
one.
The CEO of Beach Bomb
Yes, sir.
Brands, man. One of my brand partners, man. Up in Samuel, man. Said the joint was fire. Okay.
All right.
Samuel, you
Appreciate
need to link with J Luck, man. Okay. You need some Beach Bomb Brands in the video. You understand? Okay.
it.
It sounds like some theme music for Beach Bomb Brands. You
Man,
understand what I'm saying to you? Y'all need to collaborate.
let's get
Okay.
to it. You know, we can get that sync going.
For real. For real. I mean, I'm loving it. You see what I'm saying? Like you could still have the fun. You can do what you need to do. I still see like a level of respect. You know, these other ones, you kind of see it go like all the way to the left, super extra crazy, like you wouldn't want to. You know what I mean? If
No,
that's your field, then I mean, I'm that's what I'm picking up from the joint.
right, exactly. So, you know, my respect and reverence for, you know, it shows because I don't want to expose people like that. You know what I mean? I feel like less is more, and we'll be able to market it better. You know? Yeah,
I
exactly.
am with it. We got a couple of EPs coming out. The summer about to be, you know what I'm saying,
Gonna be a hot.
a successful hot one. It's gonna be a successful hot one. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be a hot one anyway, but it's gonna need to be a successful hot one. So we adding that in the mix right here. Okay, we add that right in the mix.
Yes, let's get it.
So this
So
final
yeah, that's
message, man. Go ahead. What was you about to say?
I'll say. I love telling the story of the song, that hot one, because it's so trill. Like to, you know, how, you know, I say I pray before I, you know, get to the beat. And you know, that song right there, I wasn't even, that wasn't for me. I wrote that song for someone else. And the deal didn't go through for whatever reason. So I decided to just sing it myself. You know, so I went and got it mixed and mastered. And you know, before I got the beat, right? So I was praying. I'm like, God, I need a song. I was tired of working. I was working 12-hour shifts, 5-6 days a week. You know what I mean? I was tired. You know what I mean? So I was like, I need a hot song, man. I need a hot one. If I can get a hot song, man, I don't know. I don't gotta work as hard as I am at this job right here for somebody else, and I could put in that time for myself. And I just kept saying, I need a hot one. And then I was like, that's it right there. I need a hot one. And then I went and found a beat. Shout out Distinct Beats. We got another track that's coming out this summer called You Can Tap In. But that song right there came together like divine inspiration. So shout out to God for that song right there.
That's what's up. Shout out to God for the hot one. Okay, because it's clearly a hot one. You understand what I'm saying? Clearly. Yes, that's the theme music, man. I think that joint can replace, this other stuff that's out here. They send a lot of messages, especially to our women. You see what I'm saying? And then in regards to how they see themselves and all that. So
Yeah.
this could be something that could be a good replacement as we shift back to a love vibe. Because I think hip hop is going back to a lyric driven vibe. I
Right.
think R&B is going back to a love vibe, man. You have to sing something, and it can't be fake. You got to come from your heart, from your soul. You see what I'm saying? And it's a
Yeah.
positive message. You see what I'm saying? So whatever your hot one is, you need it. You see what I'm saying? Like you was literally in the joint, like, yo, I need one.
I
You see
need
what I'm
this
saying? I
hot one,
need
right?
one. Let me hold something.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
And our
Oh,
creator
something.
said, "You got it." Yeah, our creator said, "You got something. You got
Yeah.
one in your hand."
Yeah.
You see what I'm
Right.
saying? You in my hand. This is in your hands. Boom.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's it. Mhm.
Yep.
That's what's up, man. We here on March 9th, man. I
Yes.
don't know how much of a Biggie fan you are, so I want to take a moment to,
Yeah.
you know, give him a salute. It's this transition
Yeah.
day. This was a major
Pleasure.
staple, a major loss in the hip hop community. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
Yeah.
certain things we could let go. Certain things we need to embrace, man. Like so, we need the love back in life. You see what I'm saying? So you bringing the love back to life. You see what I'm saying? Because we had an era of hate. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
if I got 9 haters, I'm looking for the 10. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
scriptures say life and death is in the power of the tongue. So you don't want that. You
That's
see what I'm
right.
saying? Like you looking for the love, you out looking for the love. And like the mandate for this platform is we find black people to celebrate every single day, no matter what's going on, no matter how I'm feeling, whatever I can cut on this computer and I can pull somebody in and celebrate their business, their skills, their talents, their gifts, their dreams, their aspirations, their goals, their skills, their skill sets, whatever it is, you know.
That's
So it's love over here. You see what I'm saying? So and
I appreciate it.
we provide a lot to people. We provide a lot to the world, and the world doesn't. It's not reciprocal to what
You know.
we provide the world. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, I want this to be one of the places where the fam come and get that love.
Yeah. That's dope.
That's my little commercial. My little commercial, man. And Big came in love, man. He said, "Spread love is the Brooklyn way." You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So,
Say that. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out Big, man. R.I.P. Happy birthday. Yeah, man.
we're about to get up out of here, man. Give us some final words of wisdom, man. Lace us up with some game, man, before we get up out of here. Let people know how to find you, how to contact you if they're looking, for your services, either writing or, singing. How do they do that? In your social
Yeah.
media and all that.
Final words of advice is get out of your way. Love yourself and stay consistent with yourself. Continue learning. Never stop learning. Learn what you love, learn what you like, so that it could be conveyed in your messages if you're an artist. But if you're just in life, just love yourself, you know, and and give yourself grace. Give yourself grace because no one's perfect. And you can find me on IG at IamJLuck. That's IamJayLuck, or my website, IamJLuck.com. And I appreciate your time, man.
I love, man. When them EPs get together, man, you and that funny brother, man, Hannibal, man, got to come back through here, man. You understand what I'm saying? I'm ready, man. Hey,
Okay.
amazing, man.
Yes, sir.
Amazing. Very talented. You see what I'm saying? You know, God definitely got his hand in your life, man. You see what I'm saying?
Sir.
On every level. So
Mhm.
salute to you, salute to your family, continued success and elevation. I know the
Oh yeah.
sky's the limit for you.
I got shout out my wife. I would be wrong if I
Oh
didn't
yeah,
shout
woo, woo.
one time. Shout out my wife.
Yeah.
Woo, I love you, baby. My wife, Lucky Star's hair. That's Lucky_STARZ hair. If you need your hair done, tap in with my wife. She got hands.
Get your hair did it, because some of y'all hair ain't did it. Get your hair did it, okay? Get your hair did it. Get with it and get your hair did it.
Yes, sir. Thank you, brother.
All right. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Do the same, man. Take care.
Peace.
Peace.
It's J Luck, man. Give us a hot one, man. Some gems, some jewels, something to get your life right. Get out of your own way. So we're about to wrap it up. If you're out there and you want to get in the spotlight, this is the place to be. Make sure you follow the show, Do Knowledge Radio on IG, and I was born live 357 on IG, and I was born 15 on Twitter. www.doknowledgeradio.com, www.dtkenpoweryou.com. More fire coming from the brother J Luck, man. Shout out to Jeff Quan, BTP Media Group. Shout out to Samuel, Beach Bomb Brand. Follow that hashtag Bumming It Life. You want to help us with our community outreach programs, you can do so. Cash App, $ Knowledge Born Allow, or PayPal.me/Do Knowledge Radio. Let's continue to move forward in the best manner possible. We out.
Yeah. Now we gonna tell them that in front. We tell them like this, yo. I'm an African. I'm a African. I'm an African. I'm a African. Yeah, y'all like that? No more. This man's mind is open. I'm an African. I'm a African. I'm an African. I'm a. Let's get
And
back
that
to
motive
the
is best developed by recognizing the common enemy.